ChatGPT at the moment is a toy, but it will ultimately develop into something much, much more powerful. And already you're going to find government's all about process. This is what I say to people in government. If you're in the private sector, AI is obviously important and it can improve productivity. It's probably the only answer to the productivity puzzle. But government's all about process. So think how much you could change. Think how much of our planning system is tied up in analysis of masses and masses of detail and the application of certain rules to it, which take months and months, hold everything up, hold the economy back.
And it could make all that so much quicker.
Yeah.
There's also another line that really struck me in the book, which to you may have been a bit of a throwaway line, but really hit home with me. You say, I've tried to build and develop businesses and not simply just think about regulating them. It's a lot tougher than I thought. How has it been tougher building a business than you thought?
Because in government, you just get this structure given to you. So you use the structure. But when you're building a business, you've got the hiring of all the people.
Yeah.
You've got, as you grow, we're now a large organization. You get legal, you get compliance, you get, you have to try and prevent yourself becoming bureaucratic. You're constantly evolving because you realize some things work and some things don't. So you have to be able to adjust. And, government can often be a problem rather than a solution.
On that in mind, is it a problem at the moment that none on the Labour front bench have built a business or really been involved in the private sector?
Well, I was a private sector lawyer, but I never built a business. But you can learn a lot from talking to people, but you've got to come with the attitude, I think, that business is part of the solution and not just a problem. And by the way, one other thing that's important to emphasize, because whenever I talk about AI and technology, people kind of say he's going messianic on it. But I completely agree there are all sorts of problems that are going to come with this technology revolution. Huge challenges. The bad actors can use artificial intelligence as well as the good actors. And in some cases, for example, in organized crime, they're doing it much better at the moment than law enforcement agencies. So I've got absolutely no doubt there are going to be massive problems. It's not a question of whether, I debate this often with leaders. They say, well, is it a good thing or a bad thing? And I say to them, well, first of all, you've got to understand it's a thing. Whether it's good or bad, you can debate, but it's happening. Yeah.
But do you wish that you'd had more private sector experience when you were Prime Minister?
Yeah, absolutely. And the private sector experience I did get was I was a lawyer in the commercial and industrial sphere. So I was actually interacting a lot with companies, and I did learn a lot from that.
Yeah.
It was only for 7 years, but I did doing employment cases for and against employers, for example, or doing commercial and business cases. I did learn a lot. But no, for sure. And my advice to anyone going into politics today is spend some time in the private sector first.